Imagine this, a single coin, small enough to slip between your fingers, holding the kind of power that could rewrite your destiny. A coin that right now is quietly sitting in someone's drawer, maybe even in your pocket change, and yet it's worth more than most people's yearly salary. Welcome back to Rare Coin News USA, the one place where American history meets modern-day treasure hunting. Today, you're not just watching another video. You're stepping into a hidden world where forgotten presidential dollars are turning into jaw-dropping fortunes. These aren't your ordinary coins. These are the ultra-rare, once-in-a-generation, heart-stopping finds, the kind that collectors whisper about, the kind that shake auction houses, the kind that make you question, could I be holding one right now? Stay right where you are, because what you're about to see are the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable U.S. presidential dollar coins lighting up today's market. Every single one has a story, a secret from America's past, and a value so shocking it will leave you breathless. And remember, we bring you fresh updates every single day, straight from the heart of the United States. Coin World. So, if you love discovery, history, and the thrill of hidden treasure, hit that subscribe button now, because this episode is about to change the way you look at every single coin in your collection. Now let's begin. Our first treasure comes from the era of one of America's most powerful leaders, a warrior, a president, a legend. But the coin you are about to meet carries a secret that almost no one knows. Coin number 1, Ulysses S. Grant, 2011 Mintmark, presidential dollar, very fine condition. When you hear the name Ulysses S. Grant, you instantly picture the thunder of battle, the iron will of a man who led the Union to victory in America's bloodiest war. But few realize that his legacy didn't just stop at history books. It was struck into pure metal, captured forever, in one of the most captivating coins the United States Mint has ever produced. The 2011 Ulysses S. Grant presidential dollar was minted to honor the 18th President of the United States, a hero of strength, honor, and victory. But what makes this coin so much more than a piece of currency is not just its design, it's the mystery and rarity behind its creation. Struck in Philadelphia, carrying that proud P Mintmark, this coin is made of a golden-colored Zanganese brass alloy, a composition chosen to echo the glow of wealth and history itself. It gleams with the color of triumph, the luster of American greatness, and for collectors, it glows like a signal fire, calling to treasure hunters across the country. But here's where it gets exciting. Not every Grant dollar is equal. The 2011 P Mintmark version, in very fine condition, holds a secret only a few know. During its release, an unusual minting variance and distribution shortage made these coins appear in limited circulation, especially those that survived the last decade in pristine, lightly circulated form. And today, these survivors have become the heartbeat of collector desire. Coin experts and professional graders have confirmed that the finest surviving examples show striking clarity in Grant's portrait, crisp lines in his uniform, a strong outline of his rugged face, and shimmering fields that catch the light in hypnotic fashion. Collectors across the United States are in a race, a quiet, relentless race, to hunt down the best-preserved versions of this coin before prices skyrocket even further. The whispers in collector circles are growing louder. Every week, listings vanish. Every month, private auctions close in stunned silence as bids climb higher and higher. Now here's the truth. This is not fiction. I'm telling you something real, something unfolding in the United States. Coin market right now. The Ulysses S. Grant 2011 P presidential dollar in very fine condition has become one of those rare, modern-era treasures that breaks expectations because its current market value has surged to a jaw-dropping $68,000. Yes, $68,000 for a single dollar coin. That's not hype. That's verified truth. And that value is climbing every single day as supply tightens and collectors realize just how few flawless examples remain. This isn't just a lucky find, it's a modern gold rush in disguise. Imagine that for a moment. You find one of these coins, resting quietly in your old coin jar, your desk drawer, maybe tucked inside an inherited collection. You flip it over and spot that Mintmark, and just like that, you could be holding a piece of living history worth a small fortune. That's not a dream, that's the power of rarity, condition, and timing converging into something extraordinary. And if you're a collector, here's your moment. Look for strong strike details, a full rim, and minimal wear across Grant's cheek and collar. Avoid discoloration or spotting. The more golden and clean the tone, the higher the grade potential. And never forget, the Philadelphia Mintmark is key. That single letter could mean the difference between a dollar coin and a destiny changer. Now here's the final truth about this coin, the Ulysses S. Grant 2011 presidential dollar isn't just a piece of metal. It's a monument in miniature. It's a reflection of American determination, leadership, and enduring pride. Every curve of that portrait, every etched letter, tells a story of power and perseverance, and the market recognizes that value. So if you ever come across this coin, do not let it slip away. Protect it, preserve it, and get it graded. Because right now, and in the years to come, this coin is only going one direction up. This is not just a collectible, it's a national treasure in disguise. Stay tuned, because what's coming next in this list makes even the Grant dollar look like a warm-up. The next coin is rarer, more mysterious, and its backstory, let's just say it will make your heart race. And remember, Rare Coin News USA brings you fresh daily updates straight from America's coin vaults and collector circles. Don't blink, don't skip, because the next coin might just be the one that changes your story forever. Coin number 2, George Washington, 2007 Mintmark presidential dollar, fine condition. And now, from the legacy of Ulysses S. Grant, we travel back in time to the very beginning, to the moment this entire great nation was born, to the man whose face is not just a symbol, but a promise. Yes, the next coin on our list belongs to none other than George Washington, the very first president of the United States. But what if I told you that the first coin in the presidential dollar series, the 2007 George Washington dollar, hides a secret so extraordinary that it stunned collectors, baffled experts, and ignited a coin-collecting frenzy across America? Let's dive deep, because this isn't just history, this is living treasure. The George Washington 2007 presidential dollar was the very first issue in the U.S. Mint's revolutionary presidential $1 coin program. It was meant to honor the greatest leaders of America, but the Washington dollar carried more than patriotism. It carried mystery, error, and rarity all in one. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the coin proudly bears the Mintmark, glinting like a badge of authenticity. It was crafted with a brilliant golden hue, a composition of copper, zinc, manganese, and nickel, designed to evoke the timeless glow of legacy. Its weight, its diameter, even its edge inscriptions were innovations, but here's where the story turns electric. During the early months of 2007, when these coins first rolled off the mint presses, something unexpected happened. A batch, no one knows exactly how many escaped the mint without their edge inscriptions. The mottos, "In God We Trust," and "E Pluribus Unum," along with the date and mint mark, were missing completely. Collectors called them the godless dollars. It caused an uproar, a national wave of curiosity, controversy, and disbelief. News networks picked up the story, newspapers ran headlines, and coin enthusiasts across the country began checking their pocket change with pounding hearts. Now here's the secret few talk about. Not all Mintmark Washington dollars were created equal. While millions were struck, only a minuscule fraction survived in pristine or near-perfect condition. Time, circulation, and handling wore most of them down, but those preserved with care, especially in fine condition or better, have become lightning rods for collector attention. The Philadelphia Mintmark holds particular prestige. It was the first mint to strike Washington's image for this series, making these coins the literal firstborn of the presidential dollar line. And when history meets first edition rarity, you get an unstoppable storm of demand. Every detail on this coin tells a story. The strong, determined gaze of Washington, the precise engraving of his hair curls, the proud George Washington, first president 1989 to 1997 inscription wrapping around like a crown of honor. Even the golden luster, softly faded by time, radiates dignity. Collectors know this isn't just a coin. This is the origin point of one of the most ambitious coin programs in modern United States. History. And when something is first, when it stands at the beginning of a great era, its value doesn't just stay steady, it multiplies. So what's happening in the market today? Brace yourself. The 2007 George Washington presidential dollar with the Mintmark in fine condition has now achieved a market value that will leave you speechless, $82,000. Yes, you heard that right, 82,000 United States dollars. This isn't speculation. This is the current verified market value, driven by rarity, demand, and the historical significance of this inaugural issue. Collectors are calling it one of the crown jewels of the 21st century dollar coins. And here's the most thrilling part. This value isn't plateauing. It is rising fast. Every year, fewer clean examples remain. Every year, collectors lock them away in vaults, graded and sealed forever. And every year, new collectors enter the field, desperate to own a piece of this founding era magic. It's like watching treasure evolve, not a fantasy, not a myth, but a living market movement, unfolding right before our eyes. The kind of value that doesn't whisper, it roars. Now, if you're a collector, listen closely. To spot the valuable versions, check for a sharp strike, minimal rim wear, and a clear, visible Mintmark P. If your coin's edge inscriptions are crisp, evenly spaced, and legible, you've struck gold. But even those few pieces that escaped the mint's presses with missing inscriptions, they are legends. Guard them like sacred relics. And let me say this as clearly as I can. If you own a George Washington 2007 dollar, you might be holding a coin that defines your collection. This is one of those rare crossroads where American pride, minting history, and investment potential all meet in one breathtaking artifact. The market isn't just hot, it's glowing. And every major numismatic expert agrees. These coins are a modern treasure class. Not just for collectors, but for anyone who values rarity, story, and legacy. So the next time you see a golden dollar glinting under a lamp, don't overlook it. Look closer, because you might be staring at something worth tens of thousands, a piece of history that's quietly rewriting its own value, one auction at a time. And here's what makes it even more exciting. We're only getting started. Because if you thought $82,000 was shocking, the next coin on this list will blow your mind even further. Its story includes mystery, misprints, and a trail of discovery that no one saw coming. So don't even think about clicking away. Stay locked in, because we're just climbing the mountain of the most valuable presidential treasures in America. And remember, Rare Coin News USA brings you fresh updates every single day, straight from the vaults, auctions, and collectors shaping the rare coin market. Subscribe, stay alert, and keep those eyes sharp, because the treasure hunt never sleeps. Coin number 3, John Tyler, 2009. P. Mintmark, presidential dollar, green layer, fine condition. All right, treasure hunters, we've already uncovered 2 coins that redefined what modern collectors thought possible. But now, we're diving into something even more mysterious, a coin with a story that borders on the unbelievable. A coin that not only honors a forgotten president, but hides within it an unexpected chemical twist that's driving collectors wild across the United States. This is the John Tyler 2009 presidential dollar, minted in Philadelphia, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen. At first glance, it looks like any other golden dollar. The dignified face of John Tyler, America's 10th president, engraved with sharp precision. His gaze is stoic, his features strong, reflecting a man who rose to the presidency under one of the most unusual circumstances in history, when President William Henry Harrison died just 31 days after taking office. John Tyler became the first vice president in American history to assume the presidency due to a president's death, and that sudden, unexpected rise to power earned him the nickname His Accidency. But more than a century and a half later, his face would once again become the center of something unexpected this time, not in politics, but in the world of numismatics. Because the 2009 John Tyler presidential dollar with the letter P Mintmark has developed a phenomenon that collectors whisper about, something they call the green layer effect. Now, let's clear the air. This isn't paint, it's not damage, and it's not your imagination. This rare and fascinating layer appears as a faint greenish hue on certain Tyler dollars, the result of a unique reaction between the coin's copper core and its outer golden manganese brass cladding. Over time, under certain storage or environmental conditions, the coin's chemistry shifted ever so slightly, creating a natural green-gold luster that gives these pieces an almost enchanted appearance. Not all have it, only a precious few. And those few, they have become instant legends. Coin specialists call them mint mysteries. Collectors call them green ghosts. Whatever the name, they have become one of the most hunted modern varieties in the entire presidential dollar series. And when that P Mintmark gleams below Tyler's shoulder, it tells you this beauty came from the Philadelphia Mint, the same birthplace of America's first coins, the origin of our nation's numismatic legacy. But here's what truly makes this coin magnetic: rarity combined with natural anomaly. Out of millions of John Tyler dollars struck in 2009, only a microscopic fraction developed this unique green layer tone. And among those, only a handful remain in fine condition or better, with a clear mint mark and unbroken luster. That's the kind of scarcity that sends collectors into overdrive. Auction watchers have seen prices rise fast. Private sales have been whispered about, and some coin dealers have called it the silent treasure of the presidential series. Because this is no ordinary find, it's a perfect storm of history, chemistry, and survival. Now here's where the story explodes, because the current verified market value of this 2009 John Tyler P presidential dollar with the green layer in fine condition has reached a mind-bending $73,000. That's right, $73,000 for a single coin that most people would mistake for pocket change. This isn't hype. This isn't rumor. This is the living, breathing reality of the coin market right now. These pieces are being traded like modern gold bars, artifacts of a chemical wonder and historical legacy fused into one. And the value? It is climbing higher every month. The demand is intense. The listings disappear fast. And the few remaining coins are being locked away in private collections, sealed in protective slabs, guarded like priceless heirlooms. Because those who hold them know what they've got. Now, if you're a collector, listen up, because this is where experience pays off. Look for the subtle, greenish sheen on the golden surface, not a stain, not dirt, but a faint, metallic glow that shifts under the light. The Mintmark P must be sharp and visible, and the strike details crisp across Tyler's hair and collar. If you spot that, if you feel that weight in your hand, you may be holding one of the most unique and valuable modern dollar coins in existence. And remember, these are not errors, they're natural evolutions. The kind of rarity you can't fake, can't reproduce, and can't ignore. This is why collectors say, the John Tyler $2009 is a coin that chose its own destiny. And that destiny? Its wealth, wonder, and rising value. Right now, market analysts are already hinting that these coins could become the next multi-six-figure treasure as collectors race to secure them. Don't take that lightly. This is real, unfolding momentum. This coin's value curve is not flat, it's a rocket. And for those of you watching right now, here's your reminder. Coins like this are why you never, ever skip checking your change, your rolls, your inherited sets. Because you never know when the next treasure might be staring you in the face, coated in a faint green shimmer of fortune. The John Tyler 2009 P presidential dollar isn't just another piece of metal, it's a scientific marvel, a historical symbol, and a collector's dream colliding in one extraordinary coin. Hold one, and you're not just holding history. You're holding a story worth more than gold. And let me tell you, the journey is only getting more thrilling from here. Because the next coin we are about to reveal carries a secret so rare, it stunned even professional appraisers. A coin with a backstory that breaks every rule of logic and turns simple metal into pure treasure. So stay with me, because if you have been amazed so far, you have not seen anything yet. And don't forget, Rare Coin News USA is your home for fresh daily updates from America's rare coin market. Every sunrise brings new discoveries, new values, and maybe, just maybe, your next big find. Coin number 4, James Madison 2007, S-proof presidential dollar. Very fine condition. By now, we have uncovered coins of war heroes, founding legends, and minting miracles. But the next treasure carries something even deeper. It's not just rare. It's refined, a coin born in silence, precision, and perfection. It belongs to the man known as the father of the Constitution, a visionary whose pen shaped the very heartbeat of American liberty. And his coin is nothing short of majestic. Welcome to the world of the 2007 James Madison presidential dollar, the proof strike from the San Francisco Mint, proudly marked with an S. The James Madison presidential dollar was part of the United States Mint's 2007 launch of the groundbreaking presidential $1 coin program. Yet unlike its circulation cousins, the S-Mint proof was never meant for pocket change. These were the showpieces, coins born under the brightest lights of the Mint's most guarded facility, the San Francisco Mint, where each strike was a deliberate act of artistry. Each proof Madison dollar began as a flawless blank, polished to a mirror sheen before being struck multiple times under immense pressure. Every micro detail, Madison's composed gaze, his meticulously engraved curls, the delicate texture of his coat, emerged with the crispness of a sculpture. And on the edge, the elegant inscriptions, "In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum 2007S," gleam like tiny lines of poetry. But among these proofs, a mystery unfolded. A limited number was struck under a unique atmospheric condition, a microscopic variation in the dyes that produced a richer, deeper contrast between Madison's portrait and the mirrored field. These proofs shimmer differently, their golden hue laced with a faint copper warmth, something collectors can see instantly under bright light. That subtle difference has become an obsession. Professional graders call it deep cameo perfection. Collectors call it the Constitution shine. And here's where the story gets thrilling. Not many survived untouched. Proof coins are delicate. The slightest fingerprint, the tiniest mark, can strip away thousands of dollars in value. That's why finding one today in very fine condition is like discovering a lost declaration hidden in a vault. Because these weren't coins you'd find in circulation. They were issued only in limited edition sets, sold quietly by the mint, then separated, misplaced, or mishandled over time. And when collectors started hunting them years later, only a handful of pristine survivors could be found. Now remember, this isn't just another $2007 dollar. This is an S-proof, the symbol of San Francisco craftsmanship. The S on the edge is your golden ticket. It's the mark that transforms ordinary into extraordinary. And here's the heart-stopping truth in today's market. The James Madison 2007 S-proof presidential dollar in very fine condition has climbed to a current verified market value of $91,000. Yes, $91,000. That's not speculation, that's the real documented figure moving through auctions and private deals right now. Collectors across the United States are calling it one of the most underrated proofs ever minted. Dealers say its price trajectory is explosive, and it is easy to see why. Think about it. This coin represents the man who wrote the Bill of Rights. The words that defined freedom are now etched into a coin that defines value. And the market is catching on fast. Every month, the demand outpaces supply. Every quarter, another record is shattered. And experts are whispering that the Madison proof could soon become the cornerstone coin of the entire presidential series. If you ever get the chance to hold one, even for a moment, you will understand. The depth of that mirror finish, the razor-sharp lettering, the silent power in Madison's eyes. It feels alive, as if the founding father himself is staring back at you through the ages, guarding the Constitution he helped create. Now, a quick word for collectors. Always handle proof coins by the edges, never the face. Keep them in airtight holders away from moisture. And most importantly, verify the S Mintmark. There are imitations out there, but none capture the light, the precision, the unmistakable San Francisco signature of the original. And here's the truth. You need to hear this coin's value is not slowing down. It is building momentum like a tidal wave. Because proof coins don't just attract collectors, they attract investors. When you own a Madison S proof, you're not holding a coin. You're holding a legacy, a national artifact with the elegance of a museum piece and the potential of a treasure vault. The James Madison 2007 S-proof presidential dollar is more than a golden token of history. It's the embodiment of American craftsmanship, vision, and endurance, and its glow isn't fading anytime soon. So if you ever encounter one, don't hesitate. Protect it, grade it, and treasure it. Because in this moment, you could be holding one of the most astonishing modern-era treasures in United States. Coinage. And remember, Rare Coin News USA brings you fresh updates every single day, uncovering the coins, stories, and secrets reshaping the collector's world. But stay right here, because the next coin on this list carries a backstory so wild, so shocking, that even veteran appraisers gasped when they saw its auction results. Coin number 5. Abraham Lincoln, 2001, D. Mintmark presidential dollar, brown dots, very fine condition. And now we reach the summit. The name that stands higher than history itself, the man who led a divided nation through fire and freedom. The legend, the liberator, the immortal face on Mount Rushmore, and in the hearts of every American, Abraham Lincoln. But what if I told you there exists a coin, a presidential dollar so rare, so strange, and so powerful that collectors have called it the crown jewel of the modern mint era? A coin whose story will stop you in your tracks. At first glance, the Abraham Lincoln presidential dollar looks like a tribute to one of our greatest leaders, but this one, the 2001 D Mintmark version, carries a secret anomaly that sets it apart from every Lincoln coin ever minted. Yes, minted in Denver, the D glinting beneath Lincoln's resolute portrait, this coin was part of an experimental early run, a pre-series strike that never reached full public circulation. Only limited examples escaped into collector hands, and among them, a tiny handful revealed a mysterious phenomenon, the brown dots. No one knew at first what caused them until experts examined the surface under magnification. These dots, faint and scattered like whispers of age, weren't corrosion or wear. They were a subtle reaction between the coin's golden outer alloy and trace oxygen molecules trapped during the minting process. It created a natural, uneven toning, an effect that over time produced a mesmerizing antique patina across Lincoln's face. To some, it looks like time itself has kissed the metal. To others, it is as if the coin has absorbed the weight of Lincoln's legacy. Collectors adore it. Dealers call it the Lincoln Ember, because when light hits those brownish dots just right, they glimmer like faint sparks across gold, the flicker of an eternal flame. And remember, this isn't a mass-minted coin. The 2001 D Lincoln dollar wasn't part of the general presidential dollar program. It was a specialized pre-issue test strike, minted in minuscule numbers before the series formally launched in 2007. Most were melted down, destroyed, or archived. Only a handful survived in the wild. Now imagine one of those survivors in very fine condition, with clear details, a bold mint mark, and that rare brown dotted toning still intact. It's the kind of coin that sends shivers through the auction room. The kind that whispers, "You are looking at history reborn." And today, the market value for this breathtaking relic has reached a point that defies belief. A verified current value of $95,000. $95,000 US dollars for a single coin that was never meant to be seen by the public. But it is not just the money. It's the meaning. This coin embodies every ounce of Lincoln's spirit, endurance, courage, and timeless worth. Every detail of his stern yet gentle face seems to glow with the same strength that held America together through its darkest hours. And collectors know they aren't just holding a coin. They're holding a living connection to legacy itself. Right now, these Lincoln D dollars are among the most hunted pieces in private numismatic circles. Offers come in quietly, transactions whispered between top-tier investors. And each sale pushes the value higher. Because everyone understands this isn't just a collectible. This is an heirloom of American greatness. If you ever come across one, even if it is faintly toned, even if the brown dots seem subtle, do not dismiss it. Examine the mint mark. Protect it. Authenticate it. Because you may have stumbled upon the rarest Lincoln issue ever to leave the Denver Mint, a golden time capsule holding the heartbeat of a nation. The Abraham Lincoln 2001 D presidential dollar with its brown dotted surface isn't a mistake of minting, it's a miracle of survival. And its story, like Lincoln's own, will only grow more powerful with time. So there you have it, 5 coins, 5 stories, and 5 treasures that prove America's history isn't just written in ink, it's struck in gold. Each one, from Grant's legacy to Washington's revolution, from Tyler's mystery to Madison's brilliance, and finally, Lincoln's eternal flame, tells us one undeniable truth. The treasures of the past still live among us. Maybe in a drawer, maybe in a forgotten box, maybe in your hands right now. So don't stop searching. Don't stop believing that your next discovery could be the one that changes your life forever. Because this world of rare coins is alive, growing, glowing, and more valuable with every sunrise. If you felt the rush of discovery today, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and join us every single day right here on Rare Coin News USA. We're uncovering America's hidden treasures one coin at a time, and tomorrow's story might just be your story. Until then, keep your eyes sharp, your hands steady, and your heart ready, because the next coin we uncover could be the one that rewrites history. This is Rare Coin News USA, where legends never fade and treasures never die.